In this tip, I'd like to talk about the dangers of using cardiovascular exercise as the primary mode of exercise for any body shape transformation or weight loss program. It's very important to realize that when you're exercising, to the degree that your heart rate is elevated and to the degree that you're exerting yourself, blood is moved out of the internal organs into the periphery by the control of the sympathetic nervous system. Whenever the sympathetic nervous system is activated while you're exercising, it triggers the release of stress hormones. The class of hormones that we refer to when we say stress hormones are called glucocorticoids. Glucocorticoid hormones are catabolic. That means tissue destructive. Now pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you, because many people overlook this. If someone comes to you and they need body shape transformation and they're overweight, it means their body is already under burden. It means they probably don't recover well from exercise. It means they probably don't recover well from illness. It means they probably suffer more illness than they would if they were in better shape. This indicates that their body is in a catabolic state and they lack anabolic rebound. When you exercise on any piece of cardiovascular equipment for 30 minutes, that is 30 minutes of stress on the system, 30 continuous minutes, which means 30 minutes of a release of glucocorticoids. Yet, in the same 30 minutes, the average person would not be able to do more than about 6 to 10 sets of resistance training. And since we're only working while we're moving the weight, we have to calculate time under tension. So think about it. If I do 10 reps at a 1-2-1-2 tempo, that's only 40 seconds worth of work. If I do 10 sets, that's 400 seconds. So that's only a few minutes worth of work. 400 seconds is, 6 times 6 is 36. That's about 6.5 minutes roughly of exercise. Well, the guy over there, or the gal over there on the treadmill, in 30 minutes did 30 minutes worth of exercise. So the person using resistance training only gets a catabolic force from the stress hormones of a value of about 6.5 minutes, while the same person on the treadmill releases a catabolic force or a tissue destructive force into their body of a magnitude of 30 minutes. Now that's not even the real problem. The problem is that the anabolic, the tissue building hormones, have to be counterbalanced by the catabolic hormones. The more stress hormones you have, the more rest and recovery it takes in order to achieve that anabolic balance. So what we've got to look at here in order to normalize the system is, what does the client actually need to increase their metabolism? The research shows that almost as fast as your heart rate drops off, your metabolism will drop down once you achieve a baseline level of conditioning, yet people using resistance training can get 48 to 72 hours of increased metabolism or elevated metabolism after a 30 to 45 minute workout in the gym, and therefore your metabolic rate is elevated even at rest for up to 2 to even 3 days after one workout with as little as 10 sets. Yet the person that gets off the bicycle, their metabolism drops off as fast as their heart rate. So here you can see that cardiovascular exercise at the hormonal level is far more stressful to the body, and because it doesn't break down near as much tissue, you don't get near as much stimulus to grow muscle. That's why runners are so skinny. When you want to change your body shape and eliminate body fat, the more muscle you can add, the hungrier the system gets, because muscles are the most biologically active tissue there is. So in a nutshell, be very careful with cardiovascular exercise. Use it only in the very beginning with sedentary people to develop base levels of conditioning, to teach them how to process lactic acid in a safe, controlled environment. And as soon as they have baseline conditioning, you're going to get a lot more bang for your buck using resistance training exercise.